This is part 2 of a 2-part series on how to make a frappe. Part 1 was in fact never released, and you don't have to look for it on the web. What do we have? We have a Nescafe Classic, which is the classic, not the taster's choice or any of the fancy new versions. We have regular raw granulated white sugar, and then we have the Nescafe Frappe Shaker Maker Baker, also known as just a regular bowl. Pretty much anything will do. Here's one from Cecil, here's one from MIT Class of 99, even an old water bottle, something like this, which you can find pretty much anywhere. So, how do we make the frappe? Well, we start with a spoon. We take approximately 1 spoonful of coffee, which we put inside the Shaker Maker Baker, and maybe another half. With more coffee, you get more foam, so you may want to balance the dose, and it becomes a little stronger. And then you put approximately the same quantity of sugar, so maybe 1.5. It depends whether you want it sweet or not. And then you put just enough water to, in fact, fill the contents of coffee and sugar. Once you've done that, you gotta act very quickly before the coffee, in fact, disintegrates. And once you have that, you just shake it. Make it, bake it. Notice that we started with this, and now we have filled the entire bowl with foam. And we pour the foam out. It's nice and thick. And now, here's where I differ from the Greek recipe. What I use next is milk. This is 2% milk because we try to be healthy, but you can do it with any kind of milk. 2% milk makes it slightly lighter. So you in fact use the milk to gather any kind of remaining coffee, which you don't want to go to waste. And the last little touch is, of course, a couple of ice cubes. Then you can complete the milk, and most importantly, a straw. Now notice how the coffee and the milk are in fact getting together here, making for a delicious combination.